top of the food chain, rapping with a rat tail, king sanitation, covered at the trap mail. Harassment of black man, how you think I made it in the game? It's a rat tail, never made a black.
Yo guys, what's going on? Timpus here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make a really cool pixel art explosion animation in Photoshop. It's very easy to do, and basically this explosion will pop up on your screen and reveal some text. So I'll show you how to do the animation, and the text part's pretty easy. If you watch one of my other videos, I've done a tutorial on how to make pixel art text. So if you guys do that and then do this tutorial today and put them together, you'll have a really cool animation like this on the screen right now. Hopefully that just happened then. If it didn't, then I look like an idiot right now, but yeah, it should be there. But yeah, hit the like button guys, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications. Also guys, soon I'm going to be posting a phase 5 submission video on this YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. Phase 5 is coming out and we've got to post a submission, but yeah, stay tuned, it's going to be huge. And yeah, I'm very excited for it. But yeah, with that all being said, let's get into the tutorial. Right guys, so we are here in Photoshop, so I'm going to show you what we'll be making. You've already seen it, but I'll just show you again in Photoshop. So it just looks like this, nice explosion, and then obviously you can add some text to it. But yeah, it's frame by frame, so each frame is different. So you start off with that, then it gets bigger, and then you get a bit of a cloud, and then it gets redder as it gets hot, and then it starts to fade off into some smoke with some heat there still, and then it slowly just gets smaller until there's nothing left. But yeah, when you play it back, you get this, and it looks really nice. You can make it faster if you just highlight everything and go to the 0.1 where it says 0.1 and just click, then go to other, and then 0.03 is like, that's like perfect, like, because it's very fast, as you can see, like very fast. But I kind of prefer it as 0.1 because it's a bit slower and it fits the pixel art style a bit more, like it's slower. But yeah, I'll show you guys how to do this. It's very easy. You just want to go to File and then New. You guys can't see the top of my screen because the main focus is at the bottom, but you just want to go to File and New, and we're going to go to 2560 by 1440, and if you go to image at the top, then image size, and just make it 256 by 144, and then just press enter. And we're just going to make the background black, so just press Ctrl I to invert it. So as you can see here, it starts off, well, first what we want to do is go to Window at the top, go to Window and then go to Timeline, and you want to open this up and go to Create Frame Animation, and then set it to 0.1 at the bottom, and just add about 10 frames, I'd say, about 10. And then on the first frame, we're just going to add a new layer, and we're going to choose white. And then just as close to the center as you can, you just want to create some sort of small white explosion. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, make sure you're using the pencil tool for this on 1 pixel. But yeah, start off with like that sort of shape, then add a new layer, and we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Just create sort of like a star. It's just like spiky. Doesn't have to be perfect, but something similar to that would look nice. And then once you've done that, you want to choose like a yellow color and add a center part to it, like so. This isn't going to be perfect. You guys can spend a bit more time on it than what I'm doing, like pause it and get it as perfect as you want. But yeah, once you've done that, if we just go back over here, so it starts off with that, then the one after that is a lot bigger because explosions happen quite quickly, so it wants to jump to a really big cloud. So I'm going to choose like choose something like this, and if you make the pencil tool bigger, that helps, and you can just like create some sort of cloud, maybe a bit smaller, about that. And you can also make it a bit smaller, the tool, and just create like spikier parts on like the edges. Oops. So like over here, okay, there we go. On like the bubbly parts, we can add spikes. But yeah, you get the idea. But what you want to do now is like start adding the reds to it. So I've got some already in the swatches, but yeah, this red is about there. And you just want to create in the center some sort of shape. Quite abstract. And then as it gets into the center, it needs to get hotter and hotter. So it needs to get a bit more orangey and not as dark. So something like that. And then right in the center, you want like a really bright yellow. So something like this. And just add the yellow in there. And then once you've done that, add a new layer. And this is going to be the hot part, so it's going to be very red like so. So we're going to add a new layer, which we've already done. And I'm going to go to this colour and just make it a bit more orange like so. And now we need to make a really big shape. Like that. That looks nice, and then fill that in. And then we need to go to a lighter orange. We can start adding more. So it just like basically follow the pattern where it gets brighter towards the center. And then we're going to choose that yellow. Get a bit of that in there. Maybe divide this up. Like so. And then in the center you need the white. Like that. But yeah, you can make it more detailed if you want. And then you want to add a new layer. And here we're going to choose like a really dark smoky colour, so something around here, about there, and make it a little bit bigger, not too much bigger. And then fill that in, and then choose like a reddy colour. And you just want to add like, this needs to be a bit more divided. Instead of like a full shape, it needs to be more divided like what I'm doing here. Maybe it can be like this. And then one more down here. That could look nice. And then you need to do what we did before. So the center needs to be a bit more orange. And then we'll use the yellow. This one's not going to have the white in the center, just yellow, because it's starting to get less hot. If we was to add white, it would mean that it's very, very, very hot. So now we add a new layer, choose that dark grey colour again, and now we need to start dividing it up. It's kind of hard to see because we're using the same colour as before, but you basically want to divide it up into multiple shapes. I'll show you what I'm doing now. So if I just hide the one that I've been doing, I'm doing this now, but on a new layer. Like multiple shapes to show that the cloud is sort of drifting apart. So I'm just going to hide that. But yeah, we still need a bit of heat in some of them. Like that. Bit of heat there. I'm doing this really quickly, but you guys can spend more time on this, but you get the idea what I'm trying to show you. I would also maybe use the brush on 1 pixel so you can properly add detail and create nice shapes like that, instead of just like round brushes. Well, you can do it like this if you want, but I kind of prefer creating my own shapes rather than just using a big brush and just doing what I'm doing right now. Yeah, once you've done that, add a new layer again and make the clouds even smaller. Like so. And you can divide them up again, make multiple clouds, especially for bigger clouds. And we'll just hide what we've done. As you can see, it's getting smaller. Maybe one up there. And you can have a bit of heat in there. If you just like click on the cloud, and get this color, and then move it down a bit towards the red, and then move this up diagonally, and then you can add a bit of color to it like so, to show that there is still a bit of heat in there. And then finally add a new layer, and you can make it even darker if you want than what it already was, and just make a shape that's quite small. Just remember, the more frames you do, the slower it will be, so you can drag this out and make it a very, very slow explosion. Or if you add more clouds, you can make the clouds drift off slower if you add more frames, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, just keep following what I'm doing. So yeah, now these clouds are even smaller, as you can see what we've done. And I think I'm going to leave it like that, so I need to hide everything. You need to go to the first layer and make sure everything's hidden, because that'll hide it on all of them. We'll start off, frame number 1, click the eye to show it, but it's just made it do it on all of them. That's because whenever you unhide it on frame number 1, it does it for all of them. So just click, hold shift and select all of them apart from the first one, and just unhide it, so now it's only on the first frame. And then go to the second frame and unhide this layer, third frame, this one, and just keep doing it until it's complete, like so. Boom. And then yeah, so when you play it back, you've got a really nice explosion. Pretty simple stuff. But yeah, like I said, you can make it more detailed. I did this really quickly using a big brush, or the pencil tool on a big size. You can make it really detailed and create like spikes and stuff. A good way to learn about stuff like this is actually watch real life explosions on YouTube and just slow it down, and you can really see how they're made. But yeah, it looks really nice. So once you've done this, all you want to do is go to frame number 1 and then click to frame number 10 and unhide it, and then you've got a transparent background, and then you can save this as a GIF and it'll have a transparent background. But yeah, oh yeah, also if you go to image at the top, you can't really see, but there's at the top it should say image. You just want to go to image size and scale it back up to like 1920 by 1080, and then press OK and it will make it big. But you also need to make sure that it says nearest neighbor hard edges. But yeah guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one.